Oh boy. This is gonna be a wild one. Perhaps. Who knows? It's early in the morning, I'm loopy, so let's fucking do this. I'm like having to prep myself to lose my fucking mind. Should I? No, I can keep that last button undone. I got into a good shirt for this because I'm just a lovely little office worker who's being toyed with. But anywho, I'm just gonna crack my hands for this one because I've been doing an outdoor job that's giving me carpal tunnel. Crack everything around. I cannot bend back that much this morning. Hold on. There we go. I need to stretch my back more outside of work. There we go. The bucket, yes, you were not here for last stream. There is a bucket, and it is important. Cherry Fulf, welcome. Glad to be having you. And we will get started. Sup, y'all? This is Scout. Welcome back to the stream. Today we'll be playing through what I like to call is the Insanity Simulator, the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, or as it is right now, the Stanley Parable 2. That's what we're calling it right now, because apparently when you make a sequel, there's two. Which is not always the case, but the game itself decided it needed to add a 2 to the end. So, you know, that's how it be. Anywho, let's get right back into the 2. I need to remember everything I've done. Oh, screw this intro. Because obviously there's been a lot of endings I've done. Blah, 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 blah.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Yeah, so there's our little balloons to
Stanley decided to go to the
Shut the fuck up! 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 Okay, so here's all the balloons to improve the game, and then of course we have
the
the bucket.
embrace of an old friend, a weathered companionship that stands the test of time.
So I need to remember the bucket parable 2, indeed. So I will admit, I didn't look up what the endings were, but I wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything, and it turns out I missed a couple things in the base game, but, you know, whatever. But I also just wanted to remember which, like, stuff I have explored and haven't explored. I don't know what happens in any of them, but, the first thing I want to do is there were a couple endings on the left I need to do, so I will go do that.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
So, here we go, hold on.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd come into a staircase. Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Indeed. Oh wait, hold on. Before I do anything, I think... Yeah.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Okay. Very much driving it home. I do, yeah, so I also need to find these in order to get an option. So just gotta remember that. For example, give me this shit.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another
no mini stands
under your belt.
Yeah, no mini stands. Do not say mini stands. I get the feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. Say, that's a lovely purse. Oh, extreme bathrooms. I wouldn't call this bathroom extreme. All right, whatever. Let's see here. I know correctly. Give it a second here.
Stepping into his office,
okay.
Stanley was once again stunned to discover.
I do know there's a timing when the door is closed. You have to, yeah, okay. But there's something else I can do.
By the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would, and he knew it. The two of them were inseparable.
Is he gonna just...
At this point, Stanley was so absorbed
in the tender
spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
I also recommend not doing anything you haven't already done when you are holding a bucket.
Stanley just sat around
twiddling
his thumbs.
Wait, that confused.
Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
I'm gonna do that real quick.
But Stanley,
because buckets change things. No, I know what you're saying. I feel like that was just a roundabout way of saying do things that you done before, but with the bucket. Because I was doing that last stream. I'm aware of that.
Logical explanation.
So I think if I remember correctly, hold on. So we go down. Yeah, no, I do know that, but again, yeah, there was a couple things I didn't do on this side. I mean, the opposite. What? Okay, the way you phrased that was so confused. I'd also recommend not doing anything you haven't done. What's the double negative?
An unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket.
Like, that was the most confusing statement. Now my brain hurts.
Reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty,
if you haven't done a thing before, don't do it with the bucket first.
The bucket is here for you, Stanley.
Well...
everything will be fine.
Okay. Can I... The problem with that is that... Like, the problem... I guess that's fair. But the problem with that is that... I do know there's a way to get rid of the bucket, so that I'm gonna go do those things again, and then I have to go get the bucket to see it again. Like, we're gonna do a whole huge fucking loop here. And, like, I'm not gonna be able to skip over shit. But, alright, I'll trust you on that.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had...
In that case, I'm gonna have to ignore the left side.
...a better man and a better co-worker. In time, perhaps...
I think you may be a bit confused by the spoiler. No, I know exactly what's going on. But it's like... It just sounds like, from what I saw, like, there is a way to get rid of the bucket, and then you have to, like, do the whole extra content ending to get it back.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his
Unless they're saying, don't grab the bucket.
The door on his left.
Wait, actually, now that I think about it, I don't need to grab the bucket.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed
I'm so used to grabbing the bucket because it's a friend. I didn't even think about, you know... not grabbing it.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I think you just described as a misinterpretation of a spoiler. No, I think what happened was that I got confused thinking that, like, I always had to grab the bucket. Okay. Small floating objects have appeared across the office. You have to synergize the resources to ensure their retrieval. There are many questions. There was no memo from management. Agenda, how to tell you spotted one? What makes them float in the air? Who took these pictures of them? Follow clues provided by employee 416. We can do it. Red room? Thank you. Good luck. Maybe we are the collectibles. Shut the frick up! To whom it may concern, I managed to pick up sounds unusual to regular office ambiance and local audio sources using an array of cardioid microphones, also known as directional mic, a microphone which picks up sound from a particular area. Analysis of the recordings allowed me to triangulate the source of the strange noise. Data shows that in all likelihood it's coming from a dark area behind a very warm place. I also picked up what looks to be a reverberance of a porcelain surface. Anyone have any leads on this? Wouldn't you like to know? Okay, well, I got the one in the bathroom. And I got the one down the stairs. There's 3 more. Ideas. Weird spinning figures. Why do they kind of look like 427? Why floating? Who cares? How many others? 6, obviously. Saw one in cargo room. Employee 421 building a bridge. Cargo room. That's to the right. Oh, trust the completionist instinct. Okay. Why wouldn't they tell us something will happen? This investigation in this room, they feel pointless, to be honest. Warehouse access plan. Produce one plank to allow ease of access past fence. Construct bridge to allow collection of shiny float. Retrieve Chris's remains from warehouse floor. Oh! Construct new structurally sound bridge. It's interesting that the employees have a name in this one. Chris. Sorry, Chris. Okay, yeah, go right. Okay, underneath the stairs. Across funny plank. Yeah. Go right to secret door. That's the bathroom. That's the manager's office. Where he's like, shh. Oh, red and blue door. Okay. Okay, yeah. Inside a sequel exhibit. Stairs. Something to do with stairs. I've heard. This is actually cool. I did not know that they gave us hints for this. I don't need the guides. All right. There'll be a reward for finding them all. Okay, I wish I knew this was a thing. Then I would have just done this. I also kind of saw those other two by accident. So, you know, this is what I get for looking shit up. Lies. Who are you? 666 lol. Stop kidding yourself. I want them so much. I want to go home. There will be cleaning of this wall required. A large room, lots of boxes. Cargo room. Somewhere both red and blue, near a fireplace. Well, the fireplace is the manager's office, right? I would assume. Either way, go to managers, and then I gotta...
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Hold on. Let's see if I can just... Let's see here.
Stepping into his manager's
God damn
office,
it!
Stanley was once again stunned to discover...
How do people do this?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed
Shut
a
up,
memo.
shut up, 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 shut up.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Is there any chance to get your boss's office? Can you do the roof? Anything higher than your boss's office? No, there isn't. As far as I'm aware.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Because right here, there's the top right there, so you can't get higher than that. Okay. There's no sprint feature, obviously, so...
Stepping in...
Get fucked! Alright, let me out of here. Woo! Back the way I go! Later, nerds! Woo! Woo! Yeah! Going back! Hey, Bucket. See you later, Bucket. Ooh, into the void. Did you break the narrator? I didn't even know that was possible. Indeed. You are now leaving. Yeah! Escape pod bay, floor 760. Nice! Alright, so I can get the fuck out of here. Yeah, so I did know that this was a thing. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I did know there was a way out, so now I'm going to get my way out. Let's go. Let's leave. It's very dark in here. Woo! Leaving the game. I finally have a way to escape. Yeah. All right. Going. God, it is so fucking dark. Yeah! Escape pod launch bay. There we go. Let's get out of here. It's so fucking dark. Huh? The escape pod! Come here! Come to Papa! Free! Huh? 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 Okay. No freedom? Did I miss something? I think I missed something. You're free. I don't feel free. Anyways.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut
up. What did it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Are things backwards? That feels backwards. Why am I going left? Did it always go left and I'm just delusional? No. What the fuck? Why did it go left? Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Anywho.
he entered the door on his left.
Yeah, cool. Who cares? To the boss's office. Nearby a fireplace. That's got to be the boss's office, right? I think.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Excuse me. Fireplace is here.
The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all
But maybe
alone?
it's not that fireplace.
This was too
Maybe
much for Stanley to take. Too
Yeah.
much for any man to take. He fell to his knees, bursting into half moans, half sobs, the guttural retching of life from a man denied any hope, any reason to keep going. Here on the floor, he lay prone. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
You were talking too much. Fuck
That
you.
kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Okay, well, that feels like that's the only fireplace, but whatever. Oh, I see.
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1?
Figlies.
I'm sure it will come to me.
Yeah, all right, sure. Anyways, what I do know is that I almost started unlocking this this little ending I'm gonna do here before, and now I'm gonna do it, cause fuck this guy. Going up.
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me.
Mm-hmm.
Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Go back to boss's office. Let me out. Wait. Oh, here we go. Going back to the boss's office. Woo!
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have. And
It sounds like you're coping.
Of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
This sounds like you're coping, my guy.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
I'm a genius. What do you want? Going up!
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
I don't know, man. Let's go find out. Storytelling at its finest. I'm so intrigued. Oh my god. It's the boss's office.
Oh my god. It's the boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a time out here for a minute while I process this.
Oh no, I think I've gone too far. Oh no.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No, wait. No, I need more time to process.
What? No, wait. I'm sorry. Imagine I found this when I first started playing when I accidentally went back up. I think I would have lost my fucking mind.
All right. I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
Okay, but now guess what? We go back down.
Of course. Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago...
We're going really slow now. We're going really slow now. Why are we going really slow now?
I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
Oh, God. I'm sorry. Like, I'm damn. Just fucking chill, bro. Don't worry, though. I got more for you. We're going back up. He's not even talking to me!
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment.
Wait, what did I do?
Realize
Wait, what did I do? What did I do?
It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why
What up,
don't we
Dorito?
take
What
this
up, old man?
elevator ride nice and slow?
Oh, God, wait, what? Hold on, wait.
There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive
Gazuka,
moments
welcome.
flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the
Slow
audience?
elevator ride needs some
The
slow
and
jazz.
nuanced appreciation
Oh, you
for the
know,
story,
enjoy
the
retirement. How's the
characters.
seasoning business going?
Why
Oh,
aren't
you
we
know, it's
given
booming.
time to imagine the surprises, to have to think and to anticipate, and then to marvel at the eventual reveal. This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years. And it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over.
It's
Truly,
getting more
I
easy
mean it.
being so
This is
cheesy.
unique
Indeed,
and
I wouldn't say it's
not
getting
like
easy, though.
anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why people like you so much, Stanley. Because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know? People look up to you.
Are you doing good,
Which is why-
Kazuka?
Oh, I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you.
A press
so that you can
conference?
talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better.
Whoa, hello.
Okay, the room where we're
All
holding
eyes
the
on
press
Stanley
conference
live
is
on
just around the
stage.
corner here
Hey!
somewhere.
World's healthiest human being, all tricks revealed. How we did it, the pyramids. Live, the guy who went to Mars. God damn. All right. All right, let's go to Stanley's press conference. Woo! Okay, what the hell? An evening with world peace, baby.
Ah, yes, here it is, just through this door.
Oh, yeah. A Q&A with world's first sentient machine. Scary. The Stanley Parables. Stanley, tonight live on stage. The man, the process, the myth, the legend, the parable. Stanley. The Stanley Parable, live on stage. Let's go! Doing great, a conversation with Alexander the Great.
All right, are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling.
Stanley Ryder,
and what it means to
Almond's
craft
chair,
a truly
gum table, nut bar.
unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry, you'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really
Congratulations,
proud of
Stanley.
you,
Remember
Stanley.
where you came from. Your
Okay,
coworkers, the
it
outside.
looks like they're ready for you.
Story.
Go get 'em.
Stanley, Dad, age 6. Thanks for showing me that cool skateboard trick in the parking lot. You are too cool. Good luck on stage. Rock on. Break a leg, champ. Your boss. He said it twice. No one tells stories the way you do. Go get him, Tyler. I love the way you ride elevators. Stanley, my true love for you grows every day. You make me feel alive. Your wife from the apartment ending. I got like my little... You gotta break 2 legs now. Indeed. Maybe I can jump off. No. Wow. Storytelling. Stanley reveals all. This is very passive aggressive. National Geographic. What the fuck is that? Creepy. Okay. Anyways, let's go up. The dude who came up with pizza. Nice. Anyways, what was that? The Lord. A meet and greet. Oh. Anyways, press conference. Holy! You love my storytelling! You love it! Oh my god, they love me! Oh my god, I'm getting flashbanged. Oh my god, I'm getting flashbanged. Did he pass out because it was so overwhelming? It feels like that's what happened. Anyways.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
Also, give me a second here, sorry. I'm not going to... Well, I mean, I am going to do this. I'm just going to make sure that I have the right thing correct for this. All right. Stanley whited out because he overheated in his fursuit before he spoke at the press conference. Nice. There you go.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way.
Yeah, I'm
to
gonna
the
do
meeting
this
room,
because I
and
know there is
Stanley
one
knew it
thing
perfectly
here I need
well.
to do.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Yes, truly a room worth
Don't care.
admiring.
Go
But
away.
eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, I'm not listening to you.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's
Fucking
incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Here we go. This is what we're looking for. Oh! Oh! Hold on. Hold on.
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler Anmarines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it.
Yep.
We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler Anmarines. None of us can.
I feel like he keeps changing the name. Anywho, there's a vent there. Let's be like the imposter and suss it out. Whoa, okay. Oh.
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What a silly and
I'm sorry.
Back and forth
I'm sorry.
between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording. It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
Okay, well, fair enough. Okay, well, that sucked. That sucks.
All of his co-workers were gone.
So those are the three that I have. Okay, it's going left again.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
There we go. Okay. However,
not everyone is so lucky to have a bucket. But
so now we can do some of these again. What's the first one I want to do? I think it's because it's the hardest one to do. I think I'm gonna go do the doors.
And entered the door on his left.
I'm gonna go do doors. Yeah, and I just have the some are both red and blue, which is of course the red and blue doors. Which I think I'll do later. Bucket adventure, yes indeed. Let's go. They were like, yeah, let's try and get the escape pod with the bucket.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Okay, we can do this. I can do this. Here we go.
Stepping.
There we go. Get fucked. Let's get out of here, bucket. Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened before, but maybe I can leave if I have bucket with me. La 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 la. Hee 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 da 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 da. I want to break free. I want to break free. All right, here we go. Off we go, bucket. Woo! You are now leaving, please. All right, let's climb these stairs again. I want to break free. There's not much you can say about walking around and who the fuck clipped me? You sons of bit. What did you clip, you fuckers? What got clipped? I'm not seeing any clip quite yet, but it's like, I can see that someone clipped something. You sons of guns. Ah, whatever. There's also one other secret ending past the boss's office. Is there? Are we I can't, what the fuck? Yeah, you can do it after this. Is it required with the bucket, or is it not bucket related? Because... Anywho. Hey. It's unrelated. Okay. Oh, wait. What did this say? Both the narrator and the player must be present in order to... Oh, wait. So the narrator... Oh. What? Ganzuka! You sons of bitch! You son of a bitch! He clipped... And then he just clips me going, oh, you guys clip me, you fuckers. Why is that clip showing up and not the one that I'm looking for? Oh, whatever. We're gonna break free. Gonna break free. Let's get the hell out. Wait, we need the narrator here, don't we? Okay, well, shit. What the hell? Oh. Oh, no. Shh. It's okay. You need to go. Okay, it's fine. Everything's fine. You just need to go on your own, okay? I'll be fine. No. It'll be okay. It got free.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Don't say that to me, okay? I'll actually get paranoid. Oh shit, the bucket's actually gone. It got out. Oh god. You said the boss's office? Okay. So now would be a good time for the other ending. Oh, this is true, because Bucket got out.
When
Past the boss elevator.
Doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. Also, real quick, actually, hold on, sorry. I need to check something. There we go. Angry Tuesday, welcome to the stream. Golly, my favorite underrated streamer is live. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Past the boss's elevator. What the fuck?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
There we go.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway.
Head to the first platform in the monitor room. Okay. There's something you can do there. Okay. Okay. I'm going to be really know nothing about this game. Well, then welcome to being confused.
Control facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
So,
what horrible secret
what
did
can
this
I do
place
here?
hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Thank you, Scout TF2. Yeah, no problem, bud. The chair. Oh. You know, okay, here's the thing. There was some arguing going on in one of my first streams or something like that, where it was said that this was like, I could climb on something in another room. You mean to tell me that this entire time, it wasn't in the final room I could climb something up and fall off, it was in here? Is that what you're telling me? Because I know this was an argument or a discussion about there being another ending where I could climb on something and fall off, and it was in the other room, and people were like, no, 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 there's nothing there. And now you're telling me it was right here? That's what I thought.
Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Welcome.
Wait. We don't
see,
die?
Back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development.
Wait,
And
what?
you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours, so here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content? Always more content, more content, more. And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game, with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are.
Okay.
We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Okay.
Good job, you did it. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk.
Efforts now CC
Careful, you should have been careful. It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier and chase your dreams. But railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. 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 Good job, you did it.
This just keeps going. It just keeps going. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. There we go. That's it.
How
Okay.
wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all
Oh,
along.
Bucket's back, yay!
I got what I wanted.
Replacement bucket? Well, that just feels insulting. But whatever.
And try not to lose this one too, you dolt.
I didn't lose it. I let it go. I set it free. Why are you being mean to me about that? Anyways, let's go to the, I want to go to the vent.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
Shut the fuck
But
up, stop
Stanley had
coping.
felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct?
Don't care.
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Nah, it didn't.
No, said the bucket. Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
I go in the vent. I wonder if you free 99 buckets. You're that guy I tried drawing fan art of, but I couldn't get it right, so I never finished it. Aw, wait, you did? Aw. I appreciate that. That would have been sick to see. So this is where the tape recorder was. Tape recorder isn't playing. Oh wait, what the? Wait.
Okay, this is day number 295. Tape number.
No.
I don't even know.
No. Wait.
I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore.
Who's speaking?
The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it.
I don't think I want to be here anymore.
Still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it. Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get... What's that? Who's there? Caporata.
What the what? Oh my god, I'm crying. I'm fucking crying. What the fuck? Just bucket things? Holy shit. But also, anyways. Oh, yeah, here we go. Oh! Welcome, Stanley, to heaven. Right, this is something I wanted to explore. Well, good. Guess what? We've completed the analog horror and we died. Welcome to heaven. Why is it like one of those, like, color matching games? Oh. No, I didn't want to. No, stop. Okay, well. I'm clicking all the red buttons. All the red buttons. I should probably be clicking all the orange buttons because it's my favorite color, but I started with red, so now I can't finish. Now I can't stop. I don't know why this is heaven. Oh, because Stanley's a button pusher, so this makes him happy. Wait, they're turning back on. Wait. Oh, they're saying buttons! Oh, drink water. Right, sorry. Sorry, I would hydrate. I was just so taken away by the buttons. 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 You know, this is fucking boring. Made it to heaven and it wasn't even. What the fuck? We're just cutting out the middleman. We're just. If I was on shrooms, I'd be there for hours. Do you have any plans to stream after Stanley? Not quite. I have thought of a couple things. Because what I like to do is I like to ask like my audience what I should play in Stanley Parable 1. And then after that, it'll be like, all right, now I will decide what I want to play. It's like, I know it's so easy, but I am considering Poppy's playtime just because I'm curious. And I feel like it'd be a good video to go over like the progression of the chapters, because I know what happens in chapter 1. I know a bit of chapter 2, and I know nothing from chapter 3. And what I've heard the development's a clusterfuck. I haven't been a fan of it basically coming off as like YouTuber bait. But I also then heard that chapter 3 was really good, so I'm just like, I'm curious. How about Stanley Parable 3? Fucking kill yourself. No, I'm kidding. I take that back, but whatever. I love how we're cutting out the middleman of like, oh, go between the offices and just grab the bucket.
It takes a lot of humility to carry a bucket, so Stanley.
Anyways, let's go do the up and down elevator thing with the bucket.
On his left.
And then I'm gonna do the other shit. Doing the other shit. Oh, there's the unplug the phone ending. I still need to do. And then there's the and then there's the yellow path ending. Anyways.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Scout, I will boil your tea. Okay, wow, okay. Bit extreme there. Let's tone it back. But why?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was
Did you do your Indigo Gifts, Scarlet and Violet? No.
Indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this, but Stanley guessed the correct code.
I have not played the DLC of Scarlet and Violet. I played through that game for a challenge. And I don't know if I really want to play through the DLC. Because Scarlet and Violet's kind of like an okay game. I could use a good teeth boiling. Alright, goddamn. Alright, let's begin the elevator track. Woo! Do you plan on playing Deltarune 3 and 4 the day it really? Of course. Are you fucking kidding me? Dude, the moment that day releases, like, it's like all planned. It's the same thing with probably Bendy and the Cage. Like, those two games, the moment they come out, it's like, okay, everything stops, we're playing this shit. Like, there's no question of that. Like, Deltarune and Bendy, those are like the two series right now that brought people on. Are you kidding me? You think I'm gonna just ignore the fucking follow-ups of that when they come out? No, sir. I have also considered, playing Undertale Yellow. Like, that was another thing, because that's a fan game that has gotten me curious. Because that's done, right? Undertale Yellow's done development, right? They're not doing any more updates? Do I remember that correctly? Okay. I don't know. I'll see where I'm at after this, because after this also, I think the next stream's gonna be, I need to do more of Too Many Types, so I might just run that for a bit. And then also I have a buddy of mine where we want to do a couple like collab things together, so I'll have time to like ponder. Play Undertale AI generated. Yeah, no thanks. We're not doing that. Wait. I need to go back up.
Wait, Stanley said to the bucket. Can we go back up? When I was pressing those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3. I want to go back so I can try pressing the number 3 again.
Wait, but we never touched 3 before.
Bucket said nothing.
Wait. Why is Stanley interested in the number 3? We didn't even touch 3 before. Okay, I guess I'll go touch 3. I love the bucket. So does a lot of people.
Here we are, said Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button. He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolutely slamming on the number 3 over and over and over.
Can we give the bucket a name? Okay, it's got to be a good one. It's, I think, and hear me out, the bucket. I think that's a good name. We just...
Well, he said, the number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life. Stanley looked expectantly at the bucket, but the bucket remained silent. This was a shock to Stanley.
Anyway, no breathing for me until Delta Chapter 4 is complete. Okay,
how was
or
this
3.
not as exciting to the bucket as it was to him? Once Stanley had had enough of the number 3, he got back in the elevator.
Or name it Buckley. I think I want to name it the bucket. What do you mean 3 clips? What are we clipping? Where are these clips going and where are they going? I'm only seeing 1. God damn it, whatever. Anyways, we're going back down.
Perhaps the bucket had missed something. Perhaps it had not seen how much joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly.
Guess not. The bucket is my new hyperfixation. Oh, well, we gotta go back up because I need to show them about the number 3. My new hyperfixation is the number 3.
Bucket. You can't go on yet. Not till you understand how much the number 3 means to me.
Yeah, Bucket!
You and I have been through so much together, and I just want you to see what I see. Feel the happiness I feel. He smiled at the bucket, and the bucket said nothing.
You know, I think I've played this game long enough that I've just, like, merged with the insanity. Like, I'm not even questioning anymore what is happening. I've just embraced the fact that this game makes absolutely no sense, therefore I must make no sense. Anyways, number 3! Number 3, number 3, number 3, number 3, number 3. The ads are...
Here we go, said Stanley. This time I'll really show you. He ran to the number 3 and began to wail on it like a musician on a beloved instrument,
all right, well,
weaving a concerto of truth and passion. He wielded the number 3 like a fine artist would wield a paintbrush. He told stories through the number 3, stories of his dreams and hopes and fears. And the whole time, he looked to his bucket for a reaction of some kind.
Since ads are
Anything
so
to let
going.
him know that the bucket appreciated what he was doing. The bucket conveyed absolutely nothing at all, only silence. Crushed by a wave of dejection, Stanley returned to the elevator.
Since the ads are still going... We're just gonna do this until the ads are done. Just to make sure. They're done for you, but they might not be done for anyone else. Because I know how long the ads go.
Step forward.
You know, I will say this though. Gary's mod ass dance. Was like kind of shit like that. Fucking hell. I will say this. That's the one interesting thing is that I played through a lot of this game. I have yet to hear this song. Like apparently this song is in the game, and then I have no idea where this song is supposed to show up. But anywho. Okay, there we go. That should be done. I am gonna go slam on the number 3 because I didn't get to do that. Oh, you haven't? I didn't realize. No, like I do remember. Like I feel like I would know the moment the song played because then I would freak the fuck out. But I haven't heard the song yet when I played the game. Anyways, going back down. Because the bucket didn't understand the love for number
Stanley
3.
and the bucket were so close. They'd always been there for one another. Why suddenly could the bucket not connect with this passion of Stanley's? The question caused Stanley to ruminate the whole way down the elevator. He knew that there must be a way to get through to the bucket, to communicate fully with his dear friend. Surely there was a solution, mustn't there be?
Maybe. I'm also realizing as I'm sitting here just like how tanned I am compared, like how bad my farmer's tan has. Like, you don't even realize how deep the farmer tan goes until you're live on stream with a giant blinding light shining in your face that points it out. Anyways, going back up. We're learning about the number 3 bucket.
Said Stanley. I know what to do. I know how to fully express this feeling in my heart.
Oh, we're going back to the press
He
conference.
decided right then and there that he would hold a press conference where he would speak to the public on all matters relating to pressing the number 3 over.
You've got 2 skins.
He would elaborate fully on what the number 3 meant to him and why he felt so alive when pressing it.
Yes.
Then the bucket would be able to see his joy through the eyes of others.
Yeah.
It would get to see the world react to this discovery of Stanley.
Yeah.
And it would be through the public eye that the bucket would finally understand Stanley's work.
Yeah. Let's go.
For months, he advertised and marketed his press conference, building excitement around it, developing and rehearsing it, until it couldn't be refined a single measure further.
Not much has changed here.
When the big day arrived, Stanley was as prepared as he'd ever been for anything in his life.
Oh, yeah! 3, 3, 3, 3! Woo! Everything is a 3!
This was it. One last chance to win the bucket over. One opportunity to share a true connection with a loved one.
Stanley reveals all in his new book, The Storyteller. 3 again, 3 again. 3! 3! At least you got a 10 at all. Might go now bye-bye. Thank you for coming out. Glad you showed up, and I appreciate your support. Now let's go talk about the number 3.
There was no one here.
What?
Nobody had come to the press conference to hear Stanley speak.
What?
To listen to him talk about what it really means to press the number 3 on a keypad over and over. He was unloved, uninteresting. He was a failure. And in that moment, Stanley knew that the bucket would never again take him seriously. There would be no connection, no deeper understanding. The bucket merely sat there in his arms, indifferent. And so it began that slowly, over many years, the two of them grew more and more distant. They spoke less and less, neither wishing to state the obvious, that any sense of real respect between them had eroded since that day at the press conference. There would be no more games, no more long conversations about passion and pursuit, only a silence that consumed the space between friends. And Stanley, having for once in his life discovered the warmth and comfort of true companionship, was cast back into the unremarkable normalcy of loneliness.
Well, that's just depressing. Anyways, let's forget that ever happened.
How wonderful. Stanley was
This sounds like a suicide. Okay. Moving on from that ending. Okay, hey Bucket, we're so great together. We're best friends. We would never fight. We would never be upset with each other.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way.
You know what, Bucket? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make up. I'm gonna accept you. I'm gonna embrace that what you've told me. I'm going to listen to you. We're gonna hang out in the employee lounge.
Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
By the way, there's something you missed in the boss's lobby room. What? What did I miss? I was too busy pressing the number 3. What do you want from me?
Truly, being here with the bucket was a grand adventure. Stanley
I got no time to go to the boss's office. I'm sitting here embracing the bucket's bucket's belief in the employee lounge. Like, I love it.
Arriving at the lounge, what a thrilling journey the bucket had inspired. Perhaps this was where the bucket felt most truly at home.
The
Here
lobby
in
run
the employee
outside the
lounge.
office.
Perhaps it's the only place.
I don't
a
think there's
bucket
anything
could
left to
even
do in
feel
the
at
left
home.
office though. Cause like, I mean, I guess I could go look at it, but it's like I don't think there's anything
Stanley
left to do on the left
decided
side.
to just give the bucket absolutely as much time as it needed to be in the lounge.
Yeah.
Clearly, the bucket and the employee lounge shared a special.
Yeah, they do. They do. All right, but we'll be on our way now.
But finally, the bucket was done being in the lounge, and they took the first open door on their
No,
left
we didn't.
to get back to business.
No, we didn't.
No, said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Cry. Anywho. Now, last time I
In
did
here,
answer the phone.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Listen to the bucket. And then deny it.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone, and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
No.
Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone? Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke. Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket.
Why does he always get so hostile?
Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it.
What?
But there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that
No,
one can watch
no.
to fully...
No,
Oh,
no.
wait, yes,
No.
there is.
Please don't make me watch. I don't
sitting
want to
right
watch
here.
this.
It's
Oh, wait, I'm
taking-
sorry. Okay, I will plug back in the phone. Just don't make me watch a video on how to be comedic. God.
What is comedic timing? What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies? And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes. Let's dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit.
What's that in
with one of
Celsius?
your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body. These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing.
Is that a high five
To
position?
begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh.
What?
And then, spell out your name a second time.
What?
With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half. Pausing
What?
only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny." Let's practice screaming, "I'm Dunny with the funny" now.
I'm Dunny with the funny.
Good. This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy. Finally, it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian.
Are you guys
An effective
enraptured by the
survey should be
joke?
no less than 10 pages long.
Sorry,
and
I
should
need to make it
include
10
the same
pages
question
long.
reprinted several times.
Jesus fuck.
Just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter in no time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, where each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invaders who threaten our very existence.
Wait, how did we get here? Wait. How did we get to fucking hell divers? How did we get to hell divers?
Just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
How did we get to hell divers 2? How did Stanley Parable predict Helldivers 2?
It's a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the 2 doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along, let's head back.
Okay, never mind. This game is confusing me again. I'm no longer in sync with it. First off, apparently I'm gonna have to do that joking shit for the YouTube video, so I cannot wait to look forward to saying a joke and then screaming I'm Dunny with being the funny. Second off, how do they predict Helldivers? Clearly the narrator play Helldivers 1. Possibly, yeah. Because that was very Helldivers coded, and this game came out in what, 2018? 2016? When did this come out? How did it predict it so early? What the fuck? 2022. Okay, so it predicted it like 2 years before Helldivers. Did they have inside knowledge that game was gonna come out? Is it made by the same guys? What the fuck? Okay. Democracy. Anyways, there's the railing.
I can feel it. This time, I'm really going to nail the delivery. You'll be in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. How absurd. What a hilarious...
This inside knowledge is called Starship Troopers and making jokes about
That's
that.
what you'll call me. Thank goodness we had the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now. Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure. The bucket spoke to Stanley.
The bucket spoke.
The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink.
Do not lie. If you're lying right now, stop. I'm... Okay. Alright. Back to the 2 doors. Last time we did this, I broke the game. Now we're just gonna fuck with this guy's comedic timing. Here we go.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Wait. Do I enter the one on the left or the right now? Because he wants the talking bucket. So entering the right would play into his hand, right? So if I go on the left, do I fuck him up?
No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right.
I thought so.
Back to the phone.
I thought so.
Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think this is all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley. I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers.
La 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 la
la la. Every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you proud? Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
What if I just keep telling him no? What if I just keep saying no?
No.
Oh shit! Okay, so it's just the same shit.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
This is my own... Ah! I hit my mouse and I spun the thing. This is my own comedy. Just keep going through the left.
No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back...
Okay, so it won't let me. Oh no, and I broke my camera.
Here we go. Okay, you ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Alright, fine. I will play your game. Well, why are we going into the black void of space? Ah!
We're back at the phone already.
What?
No. What's going on? There was supposed to be
It's
several
already
rooms leading
yeah,
up to
it's
this.
already unplugged.
There was supposed to be a build-up to this point, a dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit which culminates in this scene with the phone. But now the timing's completely off. The joke will never land, or not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the two doors room. What an egregious mistake.
Oops.
I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing. I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp.
Oh.
I think I need to go back and rewatch
Oh.
that instructional video again.
Okay.
Yes, surely that will help me improve my...
Whoa!
Stanley, you love the bucket so
Oh.
much, it's like you... it's as though all of your other most prized possessions pale in comparison.
Right, I
Yes.
forgot. This is the credits
But let me
ending.
try that again, Stanley. I heard that you are pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with a bucket you are. No? Still not? Is it the delivery? Pale with shame. Pale with shame? Pale... What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so metal, I think I saw it playing guitar. No. We're getting away from making fun of Stanley's obsession with the bucket. Which is
He's having another existential crisis. No!
I need more instructional videos. That's exactly what it is. That's what will make me the king of comedy again. More instructional videos. Let's see.
Poor guy's bro. I think I broke him.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room. Stanley's...
All right, now there's the last one. I think is following the path.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly.
You
to
said
his
there's
chest
something I
and
need to.
entered the door on his left.
The boss's lobby has another door. Okay, sure. Give me a second then. Do-do-do-do-do.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Oh, you can open this. Whoa! Why are we shooting the panda? Fuck. Okay. Oh, fuck yeah! Guys, this is just the group session, sorry. That's your problem, bud. What's the Gmod dance? It's the
Nothing went mellotron.
da 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 da. Da 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 da. Is this really all this is? Is it really just you stay in this elevator forever? Is that all this content is? Because if so, that's an awesome ad, and I love it. I love how the music's directional. Like it's somehow clearly coming overhead or like from a speaker. Oh, it just keeps going. Alright, I'm done. Alright, I'm done. I enjoyed that. I very much enjoyed that. Ah! I don't enjoy this!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Is Stanley, without the bucket, really Stanley at all? No.
I don't like when my office layout changes. Anyways.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not.
All right, let's go to the yellow path.
Room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct?
Nope.
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door. Oh, good, Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
Why am I what? Is this an intervention?
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it.
Bro!
Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line?
Well, you need to give me more.
The Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
Yes, okay, let's go. Let's go.
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and played some silly music as well.
What the fuck? Oh, okay.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about.
I
Don't
forgot
you
about the
remember
wacky
all
music,
those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this.
Yeah,
But if we want to
cool.
do that, you're going to have to give something up.
I'm not giving up the bucket, narrator. I'll follow the adventure line because the adventure line's funny and cool, but I'm not giving up the bucket.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket.
No!
That's why I'm very proud to
No!
introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer. I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along.
No. But the bucket, no, you
Can
can't.
you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does?
No.
Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
No, I can't. It's a friend. It gives
listen
me
to
so
me.
much.
It's crucial that you give it the bucket.
No!
I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket.
Well, that's
Destroying
unfortunate!
buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality
No!
trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with
I'm getting off the side where things are shredded. I'm getting away from the shredding side.
Personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset.
I don't care! It's my bucket!
Back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting.
No!
The fans, Stanley.
No!
The fans, what they want.
It's my bucket!
The Bucket Destroyer, my prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
Oops. You know what? I feel bad now.
As Stanley lifted his bucket, he felt a connection to all. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Just give me 1 second.
Oh, good, Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here.
Yeah.
I knew you'd find this place eventually. You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it. look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh,
Yeah.
and played some silly music as well.
Yep.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something. Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
Yeah.
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels
His personality
as
is
though it's
destroy
part
the
of
bucket,
cast
but
all
okay.
along. Don't you agree? Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
I can't. Wait.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you
Oh,
give it the
wait.
bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all
Wait,
it knows.
hold on.
That is its singular...
Yeah. There's no drop the bucket thing.
a personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does...
Yeah, Stanley would never sacrifice his BFF. That's a good point. Well, the fun part
All of
is
his co-workers
there is
were
one
gone.
thing we haven't done.
What could it mean?
And I do
Stanley
know that this is
decided
the
to
one
go
thing
to the
we can
meeting
do.
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. What new mysteries lay in store for our bucket-loving heroes today? Let's find out.
We can take it to the
Stanley
one
clung
place.
the bucket to his cheek. Could his co-workers really all be gone?
There's one place we haven't taken it yet.
Yes, whispered the bucket into Stanley's ear.
We've done it. We've escaped from that dull office and that pesky narrator. At last, out here in the white void, we are alone. Now, and for the first time, I can reveal to you my true self.
The bucket began to tell Stanley of its life and its history, of the countless wars it witnessed, desecrating the land and lives of untold numbers of innocent humans, and the bucket's own complicity therein, of sadness and regret, and the many years it spent dwelling on the actions it might have taken to curb the madness and the decay, if only it had been stronger, of hope and redemption, and its crusade to uplift the stock of life for the common man,
Right?
to manifest justice where none existed, and the bittersweet reality of time, to see one's dreams and wishes met halfway, meted out in parcels like charity, and abandoned as soon as the warm glow of inspiration begins to dim.
Okay.
The opportunities to do so much more. There was so much it could have done, perhaps, the bucket wondered to itself. Perhaps if it had seen its own darkness with a clearer perception. This was way too much for Stanley.
What are you talking about?
He screamed.
You're a bucket?
To this, the bucket furrowed its brow.
No,
Said the bucket.
not since the evil wizard Gambhorata first ensnared me in his machinations as payback for the sacred amulet I stole from his treasured vaults. I was young back then and could not conceive the ramifications of... No!
Stanley screamed even louder
Oh.
this time.
This is stupid!
Oh.
You are a bucket!
Okay.
This is so stupid! Why are we even doing this?
As Stanley screamed and screamed and screamed, the bucket revealed its true form, transforming into a mighty beast of untold power, its fangs glistening like...
Whoa!
My God!
Whoa!
Stanley, you did it! You saved us from the bucket. Thank God you already had all 12 emblems of sages and knew the incantations to summon their true power. Otherwise, we would have easily been overwhelmed by the bucket's power. I'm speechless. You've demonstrated such bravery here today. Come, let's restart the game, and we'll agree to never again go trifling with this bucket, nor the dark magic cast away inside of it. Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
Yeah, you're right. I think the spoilers lied to me. You also haven't taken it to the bottom of the mind control facility. No, I have. No, I have. I've done both endings in the mind control facility. I got the birds and I got that we were going to be free with the bucket, but never mind. We take the bucket back with us. I've done that. Oh, the bottom, you mean the fall down. Right. Please don't kill me.
Now this, Stanley thought to himself, this is a
Okay, so yeah, maybe the spoilers were wrong and that you could ever get rid of the
Stanley
bucket. I think
touched
I
the
got
bucket
misled.
chest and entered the door on his left.
When I say spoilers, I mean the guide. It made it sound like, you know, once you did that, you never had to do anything with the bucket again, but I think I was misled. Wow, kill bucket. Got it. Scary.
Coming to a
Anyways.
staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket...
Let's go. Tick tock, tick tock,
Was
tick
the
tock, tick
bucket
tock.
guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Alright.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
I will turn it on and then leave.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Shut up.
What horrible secret did this... But just as Stanley was about to proceed further into the mind control facility, he tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark void below. Thankfully, he fell directly onto the bucket, which safely cushioned his fall. Now, what to do next, Stanley wondered. Stanley and the bucket could find no way out of this enormous pit, and so eventually they decided that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down here. So they set up a little couch and relaxed. It really wasn't so bad down here. A bit cold, perhaps. After some time had gone by, they installed a few shelves as well, and a sort of kitchenette that was useful for when the bucket was craving paninis. But it wasn't until the rugs and the standing lamps came in that it really started to feel like a home. In fact, after some time, Stanley realized that it had been ages since he had even thought of the mind control facility at all. He'd never gotten to fully explore what was up there, never been able to unearth the many mysteries of the mind control facility. This lack of closure began to eat at him. Soon he was dwelling on his regrets, and the state of their home slowly decayed as Stanley became withdrawn and neglected the cleaning.
No.
It unsettled the bucket deeply. Stanley wasn't usually like this. The bucket tried to reach out to him again and again, but to no avail. All Stanley could think about, all he could talk about, was going back, doing it over again, staying on the path. It was a mistake to leave the path. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. I need to do what the narrator says. I need to see the true ending. This made no sense at all to the bucket, which was simply trying to live its life down here as comfortably as possible. Yet Stanley was unconsolable. This isn't an ending. This is just a hole in the ground. The bucket sighed. True, it wasn't an ending. But it's where we happen to be. And maybe, possibly, if we accept the reality of things, maybe this will become an ending eventually. It's what the bucket was counting on. The two of them waited for a very long time.
Huzzah! Okay. Okay, well that's all I can think
Already
of.
this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided
I
that
do
as soon as
know
he found a new space
the
he
last
felt
bits I
safe
need to
in,
grab.
that he would never leave it again.
Because I
in
don't
his
think there's
life.
anything else to explore. I don't think. But there is one thing. I don't know where
Stanley
the
came
last
to a set
figurine
of two
is, but I
open
know what
doors.
happens.
This was not the correct way
I know
to
what
the
you
meeting room,
unlock.
and
I don't
Stanley
know
knew
what
it perfectly
happens.
well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the Emporium
Because I just wanted to make sure I
first,
didn't miss
just
anything.
to admire it. The lounge was grand, majestic.
Shut up.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Not listening.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. What? Really? I was in the
Loading
middle of
dock bees.
something
There's no way I
zero
can land down there
consideration for
safely.
others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yes.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, and there it is.
There we
the
go.
last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward.
Yeah.
I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all,
Okay.
but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that.
Wait, what?
So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
Yeah, we're not done, though. Wait, what? Wait, what? Okay, wait. There's something... Now that I have all the figurines, there should be something I can do. Oh, wait a minute.
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things.
Oh.
It's those figurines.
Oh.
Those figures. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness? Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone? I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
Okay, let's go back to the fucking ancient medieval dungeon area, sure. Oh, yeah, here. Right, okay. Now remembering when Stanley found the collectibles. Okay. Off to the memory zone, here we go. Yeah. Well, this hasn't... Oh! Audience award? Right, there's that. Yeah. Yep. Alright, back down. I don't remember this. Oh.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible.
Right.
Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
Look at that. 7 out of 6. Where all the people were trying to reach up to grab it like some horror shit. Anyway. What the hell?
And here was a second Stanlerine. I'll be honest, back then I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
Oh.
Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini Stan? Can you remember?
I'm gonna do this in the right order because I want to.
Hey, that's exactly right. It was here in the boss's bathroom.
Hey,
It was the
whoa!
third one. You picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them. I'm glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your third time doing anything.
Wait, what? Okay, I love how they actually do have the, like,
Let's
order
see,
you find
what
these
came
in.
next? Oh yes, we found a Figley in this pink room. Oh, well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
There was never a pink room. What are you talking about? There was never a pink room. What are you on about, my guy? Okay, never mind. As I was saying, oh, I'm so glad they remembered the order we did this in. It's just wrong now. Well, okay, and then
This
yeah.
was the 5th mini-stand,
Yeah.
and this one was really something special. It was
Yeah.
in the warehouse. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
Wait, what? Oh, fuck you! Oh, fuck you! Fucking Windows Movie Maker looking ass? Fucking Windows Movie Maker! Are you kidding me?
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
Actually fucking die! Right, and then here.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here by the red and blue doors. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
I'm assuming both of these doors go the same way. Okay, good. Why? Okay, you are in the present.
And then there was no more. Because we've caught up to the present moment.
Yeah.
Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, memory zone.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on.
Wait,
Stop
what?
the loading screen.
Wait,
Isn't there
wait,
some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite direction.
What?
See how that feels.
What? Are you, I'm being held hostage. What the fuck?
Okay, yes, the room with the red and blue doors. I remember this.
What?
I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going. I want more.
This is kind of interesting because there has to be a lot of combinations to this ending depending on the order you find them in. This is fucking wild. Shut up. Sorry, I have alarms on my phone. Fuck off.
And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
Oh, you can't fall off. Ah, stop! 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 Please stop!
Yes, I love that video.
I'm... Okay, and then apparently the pink room, which it still isn't right.
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one.
Yeah, I
Good
agree.
room, though. A solid room.
I'm getting Dolores Umbridge vibes from it. Oh, and then the bathroom. Because we gotta teleport through the bathroom.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have neutered the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
What the fucking... What if I go the other direction? Can I go the other direction? No, it's a black void. That's fair. Oh my god.
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going.
Go through the memory zone, back to the void.
This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figlarines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
Collect. This area. The collectibles area. And then...
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally
which
sold
I
on.
ran out of jumps.
I
Shit.
remember hating it back then. But time does...
Fuck! Okay, I shouldn't have wasted all my jumps.
I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now. Look how much fun the past is.
Well.
I want more. More memories.
Ah, well. You want more memories? All right. Well, let's see here.
Oh, yes. The two doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one.
Wait. Doesn't matter.
And before everything else, there was your office.
You good, narrator?
Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office? There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember. Yes, I'm remembering something now.
Wait,
I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy. And I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions. He would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again.
What the hell?
I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Wait, what?
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a
427. No, indeed, yeah.
telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley...
No, I know this intro ain't gonna change shit.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
When does the board fall on him and he gets flat? Shush you. You be quiet now. There it is. Okay. I'm confused about this follow-up because in the original game it seems to make fun of like people's like desire for choice in games and like trying to find every nook and cranny, but now it's like what is going on here? But let's epilogue this shit. Many years later. Gameplay improvements, he could slip under the doors and like go into a printer. Whoa! Oh, right. Because the wasteland. Right. Okay, hold on. Oh. 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 Okay. Okay. Fire in the chair? Can I... Oh. Whoa! Chairs everywhere! Chairs everywhere! What is happening? What a what a lovely day! Darkness. What's going on? Whoa! Oh! Memory room! Okay, hold on. Oh, I had wandered away, right. Okay, hold on. Wait, this is the escape pod. Bucket! Oh, you made it! Wait. Did the escape pod come out here? Fucking Libby's commercial got down. Okay, hold on. I will wait for the ads. Okay, so... This is the ruins of when, like, you're waiting forever, like, the narrator... Yeah, okay. Okay, I was not ready for this. I was not ready for this at all. Jesus. So many ads, my friend. Christine, what is game? Okay, my friend's having a fucking crisis because he's having to sit through my long ad campaign. Okay, ad break is over. There you go. You made me 3 cents. I think it's more like 10, but thanks. It probably was 3 cents, honestly. Like, Jesus. Whatever. Moving in. Okay, so here we go. We got the ruins. Oh, Jesus. Damn, this fucking memory zone fell into disrepair so much. This is supposed to be the ending of this game? God, this is a mess. It also goes so deep. Cookie Nine's blog. Uncompromising gaming content. Review the Stanley Parable 2. Like so many, I enjoyed my time with the original Stanley Parable, which underscores how truly disappointed I am with its sequel. Where the first game teamed with originality, the Stanley Parable 2 is dull, uninspired, and often insulting to its fanbase. Rather than expand on what made the first game enjoyable, the sequel veers off into territory nobody asked for. An infinitely deep hole? Who cares? Where are the new endings? What about enjoyable bits from the Stanley Parable 1, like the adventure line? Instead, we get an uninspired side quest collecting figurines. Even this diversion feels incomplete. Collecting all the figurines gives you nothing. I must say I found the bucket to be quite comforting. A welcome reprieve from... Cookie 9 was like the one that pissed off the narrator so much to make new content, yeah? Oh, cat dog born! Scientists confirm hybrid species. I think, yeah, Cookie 9 was the one that like pissed the narrator off. And Cookie 9 gave it a bad review. Archives like 2027? Wow. Cookie's Corner, we need to talk about sequels. Cookie's Corner, we need to talk about sequels, protected post, reviews, SNRAF 3. Sorry I haven't been blogging too much. Review the Stanley Parable 2. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Button! Name
Jim.
Fuck, it still just says Jim. Stanley Parable developers, no more spin-offs, no more sequels. When the Stanley Parable launched to massive success in 2013, its creators made plans to build the property into an entire franchise. But a disastrous critical commercial reception of the Stanley Parable 2 has prompted the developers to rethink their ambitions, as outlined in a press release they published today. It's clear that more Stanley Parable is just not what the fans want, reads the press release. We thought we had a vision for the series that players would be excited about, yet it turns out they could not have been further from the truth. The press release goes on to promise to preserve the artistic integrity of the original game and to stop assaulting fans with its reckless and insulting creative visions. The word sorry appears more than 25 times in the press release. Huh. So is this game like a critique of like needless sequels? Is that what it's going for here? A lot of gym buttons around.
Jim.
So many gym buttons around.
Jim.
Endless number of gym buttons around. Oh, this is where the figure... Oh! All the figurines! Get me! I got 26! I got 26! What's down here? And where's the narrator? He did leave, or he's gone, right? Oh! Oh, we found the old office! Thank you for enjoying the new content. Yeah, no problem. I'm a little bit scared, I'm not gonna lie. Whoa! Wait, oh shit. Hello again. Wait. It's nice to see you. But it's terrible to learn that there will never be another Stanley Parable game. Did you read what the developer said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise? What nonsense! The Stanley Parable is not sacred. We do not need to protect it. Screw the legacy. Let's keep making the let's keep making Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes. Let's run this franchise into the ground. Let's drag it through the mud and back. And if people hate it, who cares? You see, that was the narrator's problem. Oh shit, I said that wrong. You see, that was the narrator's problem. He was so obsessed with what people thought of his work. Don't make his mistake. Don't cling to the legacy. Let it burn. It's not hard. In fact, let me show you. Together we are going to make the Stanley Parable 3. It's simple. All we do is change the number in the game's title screen. We also need a really dumb subtitle for the game. Something loud and gaudy. Go ahead. Try combining some random words together to make a new title for our game. Now with the Stanley Parable 3. Now with added Oh. Oh, I see. Now with added tactics, the revenge of the Tastus, fistful of tax. Yeah, now with added. Yeah. No. Now with added square. They added a circle. What if we add square? The Stanley Parable 3, now with added square. It's absurd. I love it. Every time we restart the game, we'll advance the number of the sequel by 1, and then we'll pick a new subtitle. That way, the Stanley Parable will never end. And nothing in the game itself will change when you do this either. Adding more content sounds like work. No need to do that. It'll just be the same content, recycled again and again and again with a new title screen. What do you say? Should we go forward with this plan? I like it, but I want you to have a say as well. Screw it. More content is better content, right? Good. Then it's agreed. A new sequel every time you start the game. And you know what? Since you've put faith in my idea, I feel like giving you something as well. You see, I noticed that the narrator never found a way to give you the broken achievement, did he? Wait. Of course not. I wouldn't expect him to know how. It's been bothering me. Let's fix it. Alright. There. The achievement machine is all fixed. You see, I'm on your side. We're in this together. We're going to keep this train rolling. The Stanley Parable cannot end. It can only spiral in on itself forever. I must keep the wheel turning. I'm ready. Are you ready? Great. There's one last thing we need to do. Please enter the current time. Right now for me, this is the time. Always set the correct time for this person. Please adjust the slide until the computer is barely visible. Thank you. Please enjoy the Stanley Parable. Oh my god, I love it. Hold on a second. I just need to do something real quick. I need to test something. Boot up the game. Boot up the game. Hold on. Hold on! Hold on. The Stanley Parable 4. Oh my god. The final human condition. I love this. I love this so much.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I needed to do one final
Stanley
thing.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New content? Fuck yeah, get me in there. We're going to the expo hall. There's something I need to do. Let me in!
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra.
And after this, there is one final small thing in that monitor room again. Oh, okay.
And any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Right.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans
There's a
have
whiteboard
truly
here.
been asking for.
Yeah, I've heard of the
Now, to be
whiteboard.
clear, I haven't quite
I'm okay
nailed
not
down
seeing
what
it.
exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the
There's
features I've been
just like something
developing
very
for
important
it.
I want to do.
I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game
Where
will
is it?
sort of naturally spring up around them. Here
Not that
we
one.
are.
Oh.
Go on, try out some of the new features.
I meant in the room you were in. Well, we can always go back. But what I want to do... Where's the button? Where is the button?
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
Yes!
As you can see, the machine is not working yet since... What? Wait, what in the holy hell is going on? You got the achievement? Why
Yep.
did the machine work? Stanley, I didn't fix it. I didn't do anything to it. I swear, it was broken just a second ago. Who fixed it? Is someone here? Are we being watched? Oh, God. Composure, composure. Yes, as you can see, the machine is working as normal, as I intended. It truly speaks to the awe-inspiring magic of the Stanley Parable 2. Breathe. Just breathe.
Oh my god. We gave the narrator an existential crisis because now he knows what it feels like to have someone watch him! Did I get all the achievements? Oh shoot, hold on. You guys weren't supposed to see that. Ah! There we go. Where are my achievements? Yeah, hold on. Oh no. No, there's a couple more. Oh yeah, okay, I can't 100% this unless I don't play the Stanley Parable for 10 years. And play for the entire duration of a Tuesday. Wild. Anywho.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let me test something.
Finally, yes. The bucket. Yes, yes, yes. I love that bucket.
Can I bring the bucket with me to the new content? Or is he gonna get taken away from me? Nope. The 430 achievement? No. But again, I don't think I need to get that here. It's just going up to fucking...
You see, Stanley,
like,
I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable.
You know, touching a
and
door,
about how
whatever.
roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be.
I'm gonna have to
The
set a
original
thing in my
Stanley
phone to
was a
remind me to
hammer,
not
and
play
any
the
new
Stanley
content for
Parable.
it should live up to that legacy.
After I get the
this
Tuesday
ultra
achievement,
deluxe
and then just
nonsense,
never touch the
I
game for
say
10
we take
years.
it one
And then, like,
step
get a reminder
even
of, like,
further.
hey,
Which is why
play the game.
I'm very proud to announce for the first time
if I'm like
ever
still, I hope to
the
God I'm still alive
Stanley
2034.
Parable 2.
There we go. I hope Steam's still around then, too. Check room before
Yes,
Expo
you see,
Hall
isn't this
for a
far
whiteboard.
superior
Okay.
to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be
Is
clear,
this whiteboard?
I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical.
Directly before the Expo Hall entrance. Okay, hold on. Well, we're hitting backseat gaming territory because I don't know what. Oh, sequels are good. Portal 2, Half-Life 2, Batman: Arkham Asylum 2, City, Divinity: Original Sin 2, Doom 2, Aladdin 2, Dark Souls 2. Some of these I agree with. Dark Souls 3 is better than 2. I do love the logic here, though. That's actually pretty great. Like, they do have some good choices there. Like Portal, Half-Life, Batman. Like, I like Arkham Asylum 2, so Arkham City. Divinity, probably Doom 2, yeah. I have no idea about Aladdin. Aladdin 2, wait, Return of Jafar. That sounds like a direct-to-DVD sequel. And Dark Souls 2. They're better choices. Wait a minute. I need to check something.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
What happens if I go to the reassurance bucket while I'm holding the bucket? Yeah, bitch, I already have it. It's already mine. Okay, whatever. One last thing, you said there was one last thing in the monitor area?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, oops. What do you mean, oh, oops? You missed a tiny thing. Well, Jesus Christ. I don't think I need to. Okay, I'm gonna be real here. I'm wanting to see some of this stuff, but I feel like I've seen all the major shit. Like, anything else, I could probably just Google. Because I like just trying to, like, yeah. Like, we're trying to do, like, oh, you gotta see every nook and cranny. It's like, I don't think I need to see that live. Like, at a certain point, I've seen everything major, but what is this fucking
When
monitor
Stanley
thing that I
came
need to
a
see?
set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Summon the elevator in the monitor room, but don't go up. Okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Patience is key.
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
All right. Going down. What One of those books on the shelves probably opens a secret door. That would be lovely, wouldn't it? If that worked out.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
And you did the museum ending with the bucket. Yeah, they worship the bucket in the museum ending, yeah.
The lights rose on an enormous
Hurry the fuck up!
with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Damn, Stanley works at Facebook.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Okay. Call the elevator. Don't go on.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
And so we just stop and stare. And we wait. How long do I have to wait? How long am I going to be sitting here with no content? About 1 minute? Okay. Yeah, drink that water. Hydrate will do. Has something changed? I don't know. I'm just kind of staring at it. Was something supposed to change? Something has changed. What changed? Oh my god. What changed? Unrelated to elevator. What the fuck? Was there something on the monitors that I missed? No, Stanley's number's still the same. Keep going back. What door? What are you talking about? The gate. Okay. Oh. What? Okay. How does that change anything? Can I, like, do you want me to just fall off again? Am I jumping off again? Is that what's happening? But... Okay, you know what? If you really want me to see something, just fucking make it obvious. Just state what I'm supposed to find, because... Okay. A light button. Oh! Whoa! Alright, that brings us to the end of today's stream. Yeah, I think that's where we end it. I got nobody to raid, nobody's online, so we're just gonna end it right there. God, this is so loud. Thank you all for watching my playthrough of the Stanley Parable. It was a experience, for sure. The Geology Scout being upset you couldn't find the secret and dance mode. Yeah, so I have no idea how the hell I'm supposed to do a video on this, this fucking game. But I suppose I'll have to figure something out. When I next start streaming, I'll probably be continuing. Jesus, it's so loud. When I continue next stream, I think uploading 1 hour of you dancing to the secret song will suffice. Anywho. Yeah. I will figure out what I'll play through next, but in the future, for the next couple streams, I'll probably be doing more of the, Pokemon Too Many Types, because I really need to get going on that. I have a collab stream with a buddy of mine set up, and when you next join us, more than likely, we'll either be playing Poppy's Playtime, because I'm curious, or I'll be playing Undertale Yellow, or I don't know, maybe another game will come out and I'll be like, never mind guys, we're playing this. Until then, I'm Scout. Go check out my YouTube for when I'm live. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me here on Twitch. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel, obviously. I'm fucking exhausted. And I'll see you all on the next stream, whatever it is. Bye-bye.